At this time of the season, Doris, about midway through the schedule, what's the chief concern for most teams?
Well, the priority is always health, right? Teams try to weather the storm of a long season. But the other thing is chemistry, that intangible that maybe you can't define specifically, but when it exists, boy, it's special.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Terrence Mann is out there with Dimon, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Claxton a screen on Christie. Mann misses. Washington against Porter. Christie passes to Davis. No luck on that one. Some solid defense from Claxton. Pass to Dimon. About a minute played here so far in the first. And it's Flagg with a rebound. Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Pass to Gafford. Now here's Davis. Here's Flagg. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Off the mark there with a 3. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Dimon. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Here's Mann. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Flagg. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Here's Dimon. Up top, man. Here's Clowney. And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Flagg. 13 feet out. Outside for Davis. From downtown, here's Gafford. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Gafford's got his second basket of the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Dimon. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. And that ties it up.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from deep. A minute 31 left to play in the first quarter. Flagg, and counted from 12 feet.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
Now here's Christie. Last game for him, he picked up 10. On the wing, Davis. Three-pointer off the mark.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Basket counts.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
On the wing, Davis. 36 seconds left in the first quarter here.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Mann. 8 points in his last time out. They set a pick. Outside for Porter. Takes the 3. Again, Porter missing. Here's Flagg. Pass to Gafford. The 3 from Washington. He can't hit that time. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll return shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Cam Thomas out there with Traore. Then there's Sharp, then it's Zaire Williams, and it's Wolf in at the power forward. Here's Brooklyn. The last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Now here's Sharp, and here's Thomas from the arc. Pure from three-point range. Thomas has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. This is the fourth and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back over to you guys.
He's seen it all. Allie, appreciate the report. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. He's checked in for Powell. Washington comes in for Marshall. And Max Christie subbed in for Russell. Here's Washington. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Nembhard. Doris, offensive rebounding was down for a few years, but it's making a comeback.
What teams realize, Brian, is that you can absolutely corner crash, create extra opportunities for yourself without putting your defense at a deficit.
And Brooklyn with possession here after Dallas' three-pointer on the other end.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
They get it again.
Using his size to full advantage, he beats everyone to the ball.
The kick out to Williams. Back to man. Thomas outside. Puts up a three. Mavericks with a rebound. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Thompson gets a good look. That doesn't go either for Thompson.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Pass to Porter. Fires from deep. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 5 rebounds in the game. And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young, Doris.
Well, they are, BA, and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Klay Thompson, and Flagg subbed in for Nembhard. Brooklyn also changing it up. Nick Claxton comes in for Williams. Dimon comes in for Thomas. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Clowney. And here's Claxton. From the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in the game.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Dimon. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers. Here's Clowney. 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again. The Mavericks have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Here's Flagg. Gets himself open and drills it. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Boy, P.J. Washington, such a selfless teammate. Very pretty pass.
Outside man. Pass to Dimon. Outside Porter. Here's Clowney. Here's Dimon. There's a screen to win the run. Brooklyn, no good that time either. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Here's Flagg. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Dimon, outside man. This one for 3. And he can't get that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
Inefficiency on the offensive end. How about pounding it more inside, like I always say? Also, if you don't have a look, don't take a crazy shot. Make an extra pass.
Shaq, it's a great recipe, man. More physical, more unselfish.
That's right, recipe. Put a little ice cream on top of that hot fudge and you get a championship like me.
And next up on the docket, a look at some upcoming games. The Pelicans will face off against the Magic in Orlando. That one's starting at 3 p.m. Eastern.
I'm predicting a somewhat lopsided outcome, just saying.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And Brooklyn with possession here. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip. They've got Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis is out there with Washington. Then there's Max Christie, and it's Flagg in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Well, Doris, Kyrie still working his way back from the ACL tear. Some scoring for the Mavs to replace.
BA, there's no doubt about that. But when you look over the recent history, the last year specifically of this organization, what a whirlwind. You trade away a young superstar in Luka. The pieces you get back don't remain healthy, and you had some other injuries. And then you end up getting the #1 pick in the draft, the highly coveted Cooper Flagg. I mean, what a whirlwind of a 12-month span.
Knocks down the long J.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Now here's Washington. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Out of bounds, it'll be Brooklyn's ball. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
You know, they're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
Nets trail by 4. Pass to Claxton. Here's Dimon. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Mann. Connects. The jumper drops.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting about 43% in this one. Claxton against Gafford. Pass to Davis. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. Here's Dimon. He has 6. Now here's Claxton. Here's Dimon for the lead. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Gafford. And stolen by Claxton. Here's Dimon. He's got 9. To the middle. And yep, it's good. And it's a 3-point Nets lead.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Outside Christie. Pass to Flag. To win the cold spell. That one falls. Flag's got 8.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flag, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Checked in for the Mavericks. And a change for the Nets. Cameron Thomas checked in for Porter Jr. .146 left in the third quarter. Outside man. Here's Dimon. He's guarded by Nembhard. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Pass to Gafford. And here's Nembhard. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Thomas passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Flag. He's guarded by man. The 3 from Washington. Hits a 3-pointer. Washington's got 6 points.
This is why perimeter defense is so critical. Everyone has a 3 they can drop on you.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Drains the triple. And the Nets lead by 5.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Flag. Clock at 6. Great D that time from man. Now Claxton. For 3, Dimon. Doesn't go that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Nets. They're up by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th quarter of basketball coming up next. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up.
Come on, come on. Let's get our energy back up. Let's go. Come on.
Jason Kidd wanting a little more effort out there, asking his team to be more active.
Yeah, I think he senses some complacency. Guys aren't really focused in. You know that's not going to cut it with him.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. They've got Williams, Touré out there with Cameron Thomas. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Wolf in at the 5. Now here's Nembhard. Now here's Davis. Deflected! Here's Touré. The kick out to Williams. The 3 is up. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Russell, the pass to Davis. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Williams on the wing. Pass to Wolf. Here's Thomas for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Never shy about letting it fly. Cam Thomas, folks.
Mavericks trail by 8. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Left side, Davis. Snatched away. In transition. Porter, the pass to Wolf. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
The improved passing of Porter Jr. That's the next part of his evolution.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Substitution here for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Thompson. Christie's checked in for Russell. And Flagg subbed in for Nembhard. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Porter with the steal. Here's Dimon. Using the glass to lay it in. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Davis using his size at the rim.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Nets leading by 10. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Nick Claxton. Beautiful work with the baby hook.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Here's Flagg. Not that time. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Davis. Christie against Porter. Flag outside. Outside Christie. Davis cast it in from 7 feet out.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Nets.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
Washington fires. Can't hit it.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Outside man. Takes a shot. Washington with a rebound.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
So we see the Nets taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Igor Demin.